6:22 is the time. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 50s across the region, partly cloudy skies. Okay, we got a hot topic going, but hang on, guys, because I was going to put all of that aside. Lady Alex went to a film festival in Laramie over the course of the weekend, and she got a chance to meet some of the filmmakers there. One of them, Falon McCormick, 22 years old. Mm-hmm. And you're from the high school. Wait, you graduated from here in Casper?
Yeah, I graduated from Natrona County High School.
Okay. You won something.
I did.
What'd you win? What was the movie about?
So I won Best Wyoming Film at the 307 Film Festival, and it was called Addiction. It's about a woman who is struggling with her meth addiction, and she's trying to get help, but people just don't seem to want to be there for her. And it's pretty much her fighting her demons in her head. So I kind of personified what meth would look like as a person.
From in her head?
From in her head.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a scary place to get inside. What was the inspiration for this?
So my kind of adopted sister, I would say, my mom took her in when she was in like 4th grade. She had a really bad home life, and she's a meth addict.
Okay.
And when she was sober, she told me about what it was like in her head, and I would watch her with all of her different triggers and everything like that, and what she was going through. And so I decided to create something out of that.
Okay, based on what she was. Scary place to go. Mm-hmm. Okay, so as you put this together, I mean, does that, because to me, I'd be a little afraid to get in somebody's head like that, even though I'm just making a movie about it, but it's important enough to do. So how do you illustrate that so we can see what's going on?
Like how did I illustrate it in the
in the movie, yeah.
So it starts out with her staring at the clock, and you can hear the clock ticking really loudly, and she's just getting kind of anxious, and then a little girl just pops out of nowhere in this black room, and she's saying, play with me, I want you to play with me, I miss you. And she just keeps saying, get out of my head. Well, then it goes from the sweet little girl that, you think it's kind of innocent at first, and it goes from that sweet little girl to this just evil man, and he's saying, play with me, I miss you. And then he gets very aggressive towards her as she's eating candy bars, smoking a cigarette, like pacing and just nervous. And then she calls her friend and she says, I need help, and he can't help her. And so it's just so I literally just had her fighting with an actual person, but it was all in her head.
All in her. Now that when you say some people around are basically they're lonely, hard to deal with. Mm-hmm. If I came across someone who's going through something like this, I'm not sure I would know even what to do, and I would probably just avoid them, which I think is part of the problem.
I think so, too, because people don't understand how hard addiction is. I don't even understand really how hard addiction is, other than, seeing how it affected my family and my adopted sister firsthand.
Yeah.
And it really is a scary place.
Where did you shoot the video at?
In Riverton, Wyoming.
Riverton, okay. Mm-hmm. And what kind of a setting did you choose for that? Did you build a set or find a set?
Yeah, we actually, the Larsons, I can't remember her first name, but it was a fellow filmmaker. Her mom let us use her house. And so we were able to move all of her furniture and set it up in an actual, house manner. Yeah. And then we had set up a black backdrop right next to it to where that was the black room.
Okay.
And so it was like a full-on movie set.
Okay. So how long is this thing? Just a few minutes, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. How long does it take to shoot that? How long to edit that?
Well, it took about 5 hours to shoot it, and it took about a month to edit it.
Yeah, and there's, I think, what a lot of people don't realize, because I have to do a lot of video editing myself, the editing is the longest part.
Yes.
A lot of detail. Where'd you find the actors?
We did an open audition. All of our film crew, we planned this audition, and so people came in and auditioned for us. The little girl I found was actually a family, my husband's niece.
Okay.
And so I just kind of knew that I wanted her anyway, and so I kind of picked her out. And then the guy who played Meth, or the demon, he I had him audition personally for my take. He
Okay.
was a fellow film student.
Now, in order to get people, because sounds pretty intense,
Yeah.
you have to get the actors into the mood of what they're doing, and I bet that doesn't happen first take.
No, it took a couple times, and a lot of okay, you have to feel lonely here. Okay, you have to feel this here.
Yeah.
And luckily the girl I was working with was a theater actor, so she was really good at getting into character.
Yeah. Okay, so when you're doing, again, this is pretty intense. How do you, as director, know that, okay, I got that. That's right. That's what I want.
Oh, that's hard to say. I didn't direct like most people directed on my
Okay.
film. I was right there in the action. I wasn't standing back at the
Gotcha.
monitor.
Okay.
So I was standing right next to the camera, and so I watched every single take from, right in front of my face to right in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And I think you just have to feel it.
Yeah.
And you have to say, okay, or at some point you're running out of time, and so you have to say, okay, we have to move on. We'll fix this.
Speaking of running out of time, can people go watch this anywhere?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. If you
Okay.
look up Falonito, Falonito 1218, and you
Okay.
look up addiction, it should be right there.
Okay. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Sure.